Have you ever looked at the clock and seen 11:11, then a few hours later caught 222 on a license plate? Or randomly noticed 333 on your coffee receipt? Have you ever wondered, is this just a coincidence, or is there really a message meant for me? Don't ignore it. Because in this video, we will explore the quantum secret behind angel numbers, how the universe sends signals, and why you are the one who notices them. In modern life in the US, we often run after work, deadlines, responsibilities, to the point that we no longer notice the small signals around us. But sometimes the universe whispers in a very special language, repeating numbers. Imagine, you're sitting in the office, tired, burned out from work. You look up at your computer screen. It's exactly 11:11. A strange sensation passes through you, as if someone is sending you a signal. You don't understand it, but you know, it means something. This is not superstition. Quantum science has begun to explain this phenomenon. Numbers like 11:11, 222, 333 are not only spiritual symbols but are also related to frequency, resonance, and synchronicity, concepts discussed by scientists and spiritual leaders like Joe Dispenza, Greg Braden, and Deepak Chopra. In today's video, you will discover why you see repeating numbers, how quantum physics explains this phenomenon, and most importantly, how to connect with the frequency of angel numbers and turn them into a compass for your awakening journey. Watch until the end, because I will guide you through a simple practice to truly feel this signal in your daily life. Did you know, before writing, even before we learned to tell stories, the universe already had an immutable language, the language of numbers? We often think of numbers only as tools for calculation, paying bills, computing interest, or counting daily steps. But the truth is, behind numbers lies an ancient code that every civilization has tried to decode. Look at mathematics. Pythagoras, the Greek mathematician from over 2,500 years ago, once said, "Everything in the universe is number." He believed that numbers are not just for measurement, but are the essence of existence. When you listen to a piece of music, you don't only hear sound, you are sensing frequency, which are, in essence, numbers vibrating in space. In quantum physics, numbers appear everywhere. Each electron orbiting a nucleus has its own vibration frequency. Each photon, a particle of light, has a wavelength measured by specific numbers. That means, if you strip away the outer layers of everything around you, the chair you're sitting on, the phone in your hand, or even your body, you will find that vibrating numbers are the foundation. Interestingly, many ancient civilizations knew this long ago. The Egyptians, the Mayans, even the I Ching of the East, all relied on systems of numerology to connect with cosmic energy. For them, numbers were not only for calculation but were signals from the heavens. So when you repeatedly see numbers like 11:11, 222, or 333, it's like the universe is sending a message in the most primitive language. It's not letters, not words, but frequency. And that frequency resonates directly with your mind, emotions, and subconscious. Imagine, the universe is like a giant radio console. Each number you see is a broadcast frequency. If you encounter it repeatedly, it means you, with your current consciousness and energy, are synchronized with that frequency. It's like accidentally tuning the radio dial and catching a station waiting for you to listen. This explains why many people feel a chill, or receive a message, when they see a repeating number. Because in that moment, their mind enters resonance with the universe's frequency. And this is why angel numbers are not just superstition. Behind them is quantum logic. Everything vibrates, and numbers are the easiest way for the universe to communicate with you. Have you noticed? 11:11 often appears exactly when you need a reminder most? It's like a quantum doorway, opening just for you. If there is one most common angel number, it's definitely 11:11. People see it on clocks, on bus tickets, even in dreams. But why this number, rather than 12:12 or 10:10? Imagine, 11:11 is not just 4 digits. It's a symbol of perfect symmetry. 4 straight columns, like 4 gates, opening to another dimension. In many spiritual cultures, 11:11 is called a portal number, the number of a gateway. When you see it, it means you're standing right on the threshold of change. But the story doesn't stop at spirituality. Quantum physics also offers an interesting explanation. Have you heard of the observer effect? In the classic double-slit experiment, scientists discovered that merely observing changes how electrons behave, from wave to particle. This demonstrates that our consciousness has the power to shape reality. So how does 1111 relate to this? When you see 1111, your mind instantly becomes alert. You pause and ask, "Why did I see that?" That moment of awareness triggers the observer effect. You are no longer unconsciously drifting through days. You become a creator, a co-creator with the universe. Many people in the US report seeing 1111 during crises, losing a job, going through a breakup, or feeling lost. It's as if the universe sends a message. Don't worry, a new path is opening for you. I remember a friend. She was considering quitting her office job to pursue art. For a week, she saw 1111 every day. Ultimately, she chose to trust her intuition. That decision completely changed her life. 1111 is not random. It's a reminder that at this moment, you are at the right frequency to change reality. When you see 1111, treat it as a signal to pause, breathe deeply. Notice the thought in your mind. And choose again, direct your attention toward what you truly want to create. From a quantum perspective, 1111 functions as an energy convergence point. It awakens your attention, shifting your consciousness from a chaotic wave to a focused wave. And that focus is what can steer the flow of energy to shape your reality. Think simply, every time you see 1111, you're given a chance to reset, to align yourself with your highest version. Have you ever seen 222 when you're stuck between two choices? It's like the universe whispering, "Trust, things are balancing out." If 1111 is the wake-up call, then 222 is the reassurance. It carries the energy of harmony, balance, and trust. Many people report seeing 222 during uncertain times, unclear relationships, job changes, or when they begin to doubt themselves. Spiritually, 222 is seen as the number of alignment between self and others, between intuition and reason, between the material and the spiritual worlds. It reminds you, you are not alone. There is an invisible arrangement taking place. But from a quantum viewpoint, this also has a basis. In physics, there's a concept called quantum coherence, the harmony and the oscillation states of particles. When a group of particles vibrates in synchrony, they create a field of energy much stronger and more stable than individual particles. Imagine, you're listening to an orchestra. If each instrument plays chaotic notes, you feel tension. But when all instruments harmonize into a melody, the music creates a sense of peace and wholeness. That is 222, a sign of harmony in your energy field. A real-life story, a man in California said he kept seeing 222 while going through marital stress. Each time after an argument, he'd randomly notice 222 on a car clock. At first, he thought it was coincidence. But gradually he realized, each time he saw that number, it reminded him that instead of trying to win, he needed to find balance within himself. That was when the relationship began to change. 222 also carries the message that things are unfolding in the right order. Even if you feel chaotic or out of control now, at a deeper energetic level, the universe is bringing things back into place. Like a wave, when you're in the middle of it, you see distortion. But from above, you see waves always return to equilibrium. So when you see 222, remember. This is a reminder to relax and trust. Instead of trying to control everything, focus on balance within yourself, balance between giving and receiving, between action and letting go. Because inner balance is what creates harmony in the outside world. In other words, 222 is like a radio signal indicating you're tuned to the channel of balance. And when you maintain this frequency, the pieces in your life will naturally fall into place without force. Have you ever seen 333 repeatedly when you're wanting to step out of your comfort zone? It's not just a number, it's a sign that the universe is cheering you onward. If 222 is the reassurance of balance, then 333 carries the energy of expansion, creativity, and connection with higher intelligence. It's the number of growth, like a seed breaking through soil to reach the light. Spiritually, 333 is often seen as a message from spiritual guides, that you are not only on the right path but are supported to broaden your vision, open your heart, and expand yourself. From a quantum perspective, this can be explained by constructive interference, resonant wave interference. When two or more waves of the same frequency meet, they don't cancel out. They add together to form a larger, stronger wave. This is the symbol of 333, three sources of energy resonating to amplify power. Imagine, you sing alone in the shower and your voice sounds ordinary. But if two friends join in the same frequency, the sound echoes, becoming much more powerful. 333 is the image of energy amplified when you synchronize with the universe's guidance. Real-life story. A woman in New York shared that before deciding to start a business, she kept seeing 333 on coffee receipts, on subway ads, even in dreams. At first she didn't understand. But gradually she felt like an invisible team was cheering for her. Indeed, when she dared to expand, opportunities and support appeared continuously. 333 reminds you. Now is the time to trust in your expansion. Even if you don't see the whole path, dare to step beyond your comfort zone. Each action you take will be amplified by an energy field synchronized with the universe. In quantum physics, all possibilities exist as probability waves. When you focus your energy and consciousness on a specific possibility, you cause that wave to collapse into reality. 333 is a reminder that you are not small, your consciousness can expand reality beyond what you once thought. So whenever you see 333, ask yourself, where am I holding myself back? And in what ways can I expand, in love, work, or creativity? Treat 333 as an invitation. Be bigger than your fears, because the universe is resonating with you. Do you realize? Angel numbers appear not to foretell the future, but more like a radio signal? The question is, are you tuning to the right station, or just hearing static? Imagine you're sitting in a car in the US, turning the radio dial. When you tune to the correct frequency, the music plays clearly. But if you're even slightly off, you only hear noise. The universe operates the same way, and numbers are the radio frequencies you connect to. Each angel number is like a wave channel. 1111 is the channel of awakening. 222 is the channel of balance. 333 is the channel of expansion. When you see them repeatedly, it means you, with your current mind, emotions, and energy, are synchronized with that channel. In quantum physics, everything vibrates at a certain frequency. Your body, your heart, even your thoughts, all emit energy. And like a radio, you can only hear the channel for which you've tuned the corresponding frequency. This explains why two people facing the same opportunity, one sees the door open, the other does not. Real-life story. A woman in Texas said that during a period of depression after losing her job, she randomly noticed numbers but didn't pay attention. Only after she began meditating and keeping a gratitude journal did she realize 1111 appeared frequently as a stay awake signal. As her energy changed, she began to catch other channels. 222, then 333. Each number was like a new radio station, opening a new chapter in her journey. This metaphor also explains why angel numbers are not external events forcing you, but reflections of your inner state. Like a radio doesn't create the music, it only helps you hear what's already in the air. This leads to an important truth. You can't force the universe to send signals. But you can raise your own frequency, through thoughts, emotions, and actions. Then angel numbers will appear naturally as a consequence. Like tuning to the right radio station makes the music play without effort. Remember, angel numbers are not fortune tellers. They are mirrors reflecting the present. If you see 222, it means you're broadcasting on the channel of balance. If you see 333, you're on the channel of expansion. The universe doesn't speak human language, it speaks frequency. Have you ever experienced that strange feeling? You think of an old friend, minutes later they text you. Or you silently wish for something, and the next day, an unexpected opportunity appears. That's not coincidence. That's synchronicity. Synchronicity was introduced by psychologist Carl Jung in the 20th century. He called them meaningful coincidences, where two seemingly unrelated events occur simultaneously to deliver a message to you. Angel numbers are one of the clearest manifestations of synchronicity. Example, you're wondering whether to change jobs. Right then you see 11:11 on the clock, and soon after, a friend invites you to a startup seminar. The timing is so right that you can't dismiss it as random. That's synchronicity, the universe using the language of frequency to connect the pieces. In quantum physics, this can relate to quantum entanglement. Two particles can be thousands of kilometers apart yet still know each other's state almost instantly. That implies an invisible network connecting beyond space and time. Angel numbers and synchronicity might be the universe showing you that you are also entangled, connected to a larger energy field beyond yourself. Real life story. A man in Florida shared that he repeatedly saw 333 while wanting to expand his business but feeling afraid. One day, after seeing 333 on a receipt, he walked into a coffee shop and met a stranger who later became the partner who helped turn his dream into reality. That's synchronicity. When you synchronize with the frequency, the universe arranges people and events to appear at the right time and place. The important point is, synchronicity is not a miracle from the outside, it's a reflection from the inside. When you change your inner frequency, with belief, attention, and intention, you start catching corresponding possibilities outside. In other words, synchronicity is the universe responding to the energy you emit. So when angel numbers appear together with synchronicity, remember, this is not random. This is a signal that you're connecting more deeply with the universe's energy field. And most importantly, you can actively participate in this conversation by noticing and acting on your intuition. Do you notice what ancient civilizations said about numbers and energy is now being gradually validated by modern science? Thousands of years ago, the Egyptians carved numerical symbols into pyramids. The Maya used number-based calendars to predict cosmic cycles. The East used the I Ching, based on number hexagrams, to understand life's fluctuations. Our ancestors believed numbers were a bridge between humans and the metaphysical. Yet in modern times, we often brush this off as superstition. Until quantum science arrived. Scientists like Greg Braden, Joe Dispenza, and Deepak Chopra point out that your consciousness can directly influence energy and matter. This is what ancestors sensed ages ago. Thoughts create reality. In modern experiments, when humans enter a state of heart coherence, meaning the heart, brain, and emotions are synchronized, the electromagnetic field emitted by their body changes measurably. Scientific instruments detect that this frequency can affect others and the surrounding environment. This is a scientific way of saying, you and the universe are always connected by frequency. So how do angel numbers fit in? When you see 1111, it's a reminder you're at the frequency of awakening. When you see 222, you're broadcasting a frequency of balance and harmony. When you see 333, you're synchronized with expansion and creativity. In other words, angel numbers are the universe's response to your quantum state. What ancestors felt thousands of years ago is now being measured and demonstrated by science. Real life story. A woman in Seattle shared that she frequently saw 222 while practicing meditation and keeping a gratitude journal. When she had a medical checkup, doctors were surprised by her greatly reduced stress indicators. She felt profound peace, and synchronicity also increased. This is a vivid example. Raise inner frequency. You'll catch more signals from the universe. This leads to an important truth. Angel numbers aren't here to control you, but to remind you of your creative power. The universe doesn't force anything on you. It reflects the energy you emit. And when you become aware of that, you are no longer a victim of circumstances, but a creator who shapes your own experience. What if, every time you saw angel numbers, it wasn't a prediction of fate, but a reminder that you have the power to rewrite your own destiny? For so long, we've tended to view life through a victim lens. I am unhappy because of my circumstances. I am exhausted because of my job. I cannot change because everything is already set. But angel numbers tell a different truth. You are not bound by circumstances, you create them. In quantum mechanics, there's a principle called wave-particle duality. It shows that an electron can exist as an infinite wave of possibilities or as a specific particle, and which state occurs depends entirely on the observer. In other words, consciousness shapes reality. Angel numbers are the signal to remind you of this. When you see 1111, the universe isn't controlling you. Instead, it asks, what will you choose to think right now? Will you focus your energy on fear or on new possibilities? Will you continue living as a victim or stand up as a creator? Real life story. A man in Chicago shared that after his divorce, he fell into deep depression. He felt his life collapsing every day. But then he continuously saw 1111 and 333. At first he thought it was a coincidence. Gradually, he began to treat each repeated number as a reminder. I can choose again. I can create a new chapter. And indeed, he changed his lifestyle, found balance, and started a new job he loved. The message here is clear: you are not a victim of the universe, you are a co-creator with it. Angel numbers don't give you the answers, they awaken you to step into the creator role. So what can you do? Each time you see angel numbers, treat it as an opportunity to reset. Breathe deeply, ask yourself, what do I want to create in this reality? Then direct your energy, emotions, and actions toward what you desire. When you do this, you're activating quantum principles in everyday life. From a wave of possibilities, you collapse reality into the version you choose. Remember, angel numbers are not superstition. They are the universe's language, a whisper that you have more power than you think. And when you truly live as a creator, you'll see, the outside world is only a mirror reflecting your inner world. Don't just listen and nod. Angel numbers will truly become your living language when you practice and connect directly with them. Angel numbers are not lucky charms. They are frequency. And to catch a frequency, you need a tuned body and mind like a radio. The good news is you don't need anything complicated, just a few small daily practices, and you'll see synchronicity appear more often and more clearly. Deep breathing. Bring your body into a state of coherence. Many studies from the Heart Math Institute have shown, when you breathe deeply and evenly, your heart and brain synchronize, creating a harmonious energy field. This is the open gate to pick up angel numbers. How to do it? Find a quiet place. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale slowly for 6 seconds. Repeat at least 5 rounds. While breathing, imagine each inhale brightening you, like tuning the radio to the correct frequency. In a few minutes, your mind will calm and your body will feel lighter. This is an ideal state to receive messages from the universe. Visualization. Imagine the frequency of angel numbers. After breathing, close your eyes and visualize the number you often encounter: 1111, 222, or 333. For 1111, imagine walking through a gate of light. For 222, visualize 2 streams of balanced energy harmonizing within your body. For 333, see yourself standing in a circle of light, being supported and expanded. Don't just see it with your mind's eye, feel it emotionally. Feeling is the code to connect with the frequency. Gratitude journaling. A Synchronicity gratitude journal. Another powerful method is to write down each time you see angel numbers. Record the time and place where you saw the number. Write down the feelings you had at that moment. What were you thinking, anxious or hopeful? After a week, read back and you'll be surprised. Synchronicity will paint a clear picture of the messages the universe is sending you. For example, you might notice that each time you doubt yourself, 222 appears to remind you to trust. Or whenever you're about to step out of your comfort zone, 333 shows up to cheer you on. Each time you see angel numbers, turn it into a 5-second ritual. Smile. Whisper, I am guided. I am a creator. Then continue with your day with renewed energy. You'll find life becomes an ongoing conversation between you and the universe. The important thing is, don't hunt for angel numbers. When you force it, you broadcast from the channel of fear. Instead, live fully, raise your frequency through breath, gratitude, and love. Then angel numbers will appear naturally, as the universe's response confirming you're on the right path. You've walked with me through a journey, from 1111, the doorway of awakening, 222, balance, 333, expansion, to synchronicity, quantum science, and simple practices to connect with angel numbers. The most important thing to remember is, angel numbers are not superstition, nor random events. They are the quantum language of the universe, signals that you are synchronized with a higher frequency. Each time you see these numbers, don't just pass by. Treat them as reminders that you are not alone. You are guided. And above all, you are not a victim of circumstances, you are the creator of yourself. This reality is not something imposed on you. It reflects your energy, beliefs, and choices. When you raise your frequency, the external world changes accordingly. So next time you see 1111, 222, or 333, smile. Because it's more than just numbers. It's the universe whispering. You're ready to create a new chapter. If you've stayed with me this far, it means angel numbers are truly calling you. So let this journey not stop at hearing. Let it become a living dialogue between you and the universe. If this video touched you, please like and share so others can receive the message. Subscribe, quantum energy shift, and turn on notifications, because your awakening journey has only just begun. And I want to hear from you. Which number appears most frequently in your life? Leave a comment below. Maybe your story will resonate with someone else watching this video. Don't forget, in the next video we will explore another mysterious phenomenon, parallel realities, how to shift your timeline. Stay tuned. The universe always has a way of whispering to you. You only need to be willing to listen.